It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see this team's speedy running back. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. We're just moments away from the action. All that and more coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody.
Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrating for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win and enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone. That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win, and he knows he's got to do more for his team.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's an option play to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Looking slant route complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They're going play action. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Good running here. He's across the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up. Keeping it on an option to the right. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They only managed 1 on that carry. Now they're going to have 3rd and goal from the 5. Back to throw. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And leading the way is their fourth-year QB.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that gives them the first. Setting up a throw. Taking a shot, deep down the field it goes. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Pass play coming here. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds a man right side. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Throwing off the play fake here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. And this is another incompletion. Trying to find his tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up. Now looking to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Option give here. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. It looks to be at about the 17-yard line. The home teams and their running back about to get back to work. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting second right now across the league in rushing yards. Airing it out to start this drive. Complete out to the right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. Pass play on 1st and 10. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Blast through midfield. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
That one's complete right side. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. All set up now for 1st and 10. Called in left side. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Running it after the penalty. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Pass play on 1st and goal. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys tie this game 7-7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now outruns their offense to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at first down here. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Back to throw now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. Pass play now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's picked up by the defense. At the 20. And they'll return it for a touchdown. These guys turn the fumble into 6. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap. And that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Lone back gets the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll give him a first down. Back to throw. He's got a man left. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
To throw it on first down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 47. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's a give up the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, he keeps it left on the option. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And in for the touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys tie things up at 14. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. They've got first down from the 31. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pressure's on him, and it gets home. He's dropped. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Here he is on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll have a short field in front of them as they take over. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He lofts it deep left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll throw it. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
He puts some power on a deep one. This is caught inside the 15. He makes it in for the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Our home team, 14.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. This offense running out for a new series led by their running back. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up 1st down. Dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 50-yard line.
They're going play action. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play, and they'll have 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. It is cut left side. And he's able to get this down to the 13. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 13-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg for him. Bails out of the pocket quick. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a throw. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 13. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. In his 11th year, still knocking him through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he hasn't been a stranger to the end zone this season, no sir, including on their prior drive, Brock. A pretty important touchdown for him when you look at his season total. Cut out left. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete out to the right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. That play good for 17 and a first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Return starts from the goal line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's halftime for us here. It's a 7-point game after our first 2 quarters. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back.
Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Play action on first down. Hauled in left side. And he's tackled for a short gain. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 38-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
They're throwing it. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Simple dive up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. They'll run here following the penalty. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. It goes down as a gain of nothing on the run, and now they're left with 3rd and 14. Looking to the air here. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Looking slant route complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give now from the gun. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And they're going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He's dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And he gets this forward to the 19.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Complete over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. Here he goes on the bootleg. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll give him a first down. There's slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
It's an option left. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he's all the way down to the 36. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be a first down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Changing things up, they're gonna throw now. Escapes the pocket, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Second and 16 at the 42-yard line.
Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's going to throw this one. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one is out of bounds, no return on the kick.
At their own 21-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. So we're through 3 here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 37. Complete out to the right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They'll try and throw it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Looking for a throw here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Takes off right out of the read option. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3 yards almost gets him back to even, but it's going to be 3rd and 11 now. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Setting up a throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Pass play coming here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now looking to throw. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Their punter making his way out now. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
1st down and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Airing it out on 1st down. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
The give here on 2nd. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A good pickup of 6 there, but still 13 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw now. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Now this offense ready to head back out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Working quickly here. Hits him on the in route. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Throwing from the gun. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage. Offense up to the line fast. He's on the move. And they get to him again. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Catch made underneath by the back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Austin. These guys gotta score in a hurry. 4th and forever coming up. Throwing now. And it falls incomplete. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. They'll run here from the gun. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. The give now out of the shotgun. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line. They'll bring out the punter here. And they could really use a good one here. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. This offense getting all set for this series. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one's incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
3rd down and 10.
Now to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on 4th. Hauled in left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the fourth.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a two-possession lead this late on to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot. And now you can enjoy the victory.
He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they take not just the victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. What a game for our winners as we say so long from Austin.